For Joe Biden to pad his margin by 20,000 votes in this county alone. Now, Phil, if we can take like 45 seconds provisional ballots, because I think this threw some people for a loop starting yesterday afternoon, and maybe part of the reason why there hasn't been an official call yet. There may be 80 to 100,000 provisional ballots left in Pennsylvania. Isn't exactly clear which will they will lean. Will they be more like mail ballots? Will they be more like in-person ballots? We have a little bit of a sense from Erie County. Can you explain?
Yeah, we'll pull up Erie right now, and you'll take a look at a margin. This is the county President Trump won in 2016. Joe Biden is on the path to flipping it back in 2020. And we got a sense of where things may go for the rest of the state based on the provisional ballots in Erie County, which have been counted. And those ballots are for Joe Biden. So generally, back and forth. And so when you look at what's outstanding in provisionals, Philadelphia has about 20% of what's outstanding. Based on what happened in Erie, what traditionally happens with provisional ballots, you're going to see a pretty similar margin to what each county has. At least that's the expectation based on historical precedent and based on what we're seeing in Erie. So if Erie's splitting about 50-50 in range of what we've been looking at over there, Philadelphia's got about a quarter out, and they're splitting 80-20 at this point in time. Are provisionals going to change the game given where things stand and where things are about to be standing as more of the absentee ballots come in? No. Instead, it's likely the absentee ballots start growing that 28,000 vote lead, 10, 20, maybe 30,000 votes. In provisionals, probably net out Joe Biden some votes too.
Yeah, grow it less, but grow it nevertheless. Let's quickly check Georgia for a second, because I think this actually tells a little bit of a similar story. Joe Biden's lead grew in Georgia overnight. It went from 4,000 to 7,000. Not a huge number, but actually a pretty big percentage jump, and every vote counts when it's that close. It came from Fulton County. What types of ballots were they?
Provisionals. They were a mix of a few absentee ballots, which obviously have been going heavily Democratic, but also provisional ballots as well. And why does that matter? Well, you look at the margin here in Fulton County. Again, largest county in the state of Georgia, home of Atlanta, Democratic stronghold, 72.6 to 26.2%. And when you saw the provisional ballots mixed in with a little bit of absentee come in Atlanta, mostly matched up. Mostly matched up with this margin. Again, sticking with what we were seeing in Erie. Just because they're provisional ballots doesn't mean they're going to all of a sudden move away from what we've seen margin-wise in each of these counties. The counties are the same. The residents are likely the same. Maybe a different precinct, maybe went to the wrong precinct, but the provisional largely like Christmas. But most importantly, when you pull out and you look at Georgia, as provisionals come in, about 14,000 outstanding, a couple thousand military and overseas votes that were waiting to come in as well. This margin matters a lot.
Yes.
A lot. Going from 4,000 to 7,000 matters a lot because likely, almost certainly going into a recount. In a recount, Joe Biden adds to his total. Every vote gives him more of a cushion to whenever that recount happens, the likelihood that Joe Biden holds on to the state of Georgia.
Recounts tend to change dozens votes, maybe hundreds at the tops. I can't think of a time where they've changed thousands. As for Christmas, new ballots, we could get a Keystone Christmas in Philadelphia. Allison?
Christmas in November. We like it. We'll see what happens over the next couple of hours. Thank you very much, guys. Let's go now to Pennsylvania, where more than 80,000, we're told, mail-in ballots remain to be counted. CNN's Kate Baldwin is in Philadelphia for us this morning. What's the situation, Kate?
Hey there, Allison. It's not a question of whether they're counting right now. It's why is it taking so long to finish? The short answer really is that the group of ballots that they're dealing with here in Philadelphia, that they're working with, they require extra attention. They require more review. What they call them here at the convention center, they call them problem child ballots, and that's what they say. There are about 20,000 of them that they need to be wading through. Overnight, there were 60 workers here in the convention center, we're told, that were prepping these ballots for review. We're told that part of that includes grouping those problem child ballots into buckets, we could call them, to address a specific issue at hand. We are told that work, starting that review, they should be started right now if they're keeping with the schedule that they have laid out. They're also looking at 18,000 provisional ballots that they have not gone through yet, and we're told that they're not likely to be going through those until next week, starting with those on Monday. So the entire focus here in this massive cavernous warehouse space and variety of things. So we are told that there are going to be updates coming today, but how soon and how many, there is not clarity on that quite yet, Allison.
Okay, we will try to get some answers for you and for the viewers and for all of us Thank you very much, Kate, because joining us now is the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania, John Fetterman. Lieutenant Governor, thanks so much. I know it's a busy day. Thank you for being with us.
Sure.
So help us set our expectations. Do you have any sense of when
Hi everyone, it's Lang Lang here. I'm in China now. In celebration of Beethoven's 250th birthday, I will be joining artists, orchestras, and people around the world in a global ode to joy inspired by Beethoven's own belief in a shared humanity through music and joy. We want the global ode to joy to spread positivity in this very difficult time. Here's how it works. You can join me in the global ode to joy by recording and sharing a video of yourself performing music that brings you joy. It can be anything you like. All you have to do is upload your video to YouTube and tag it with the hashtag global ode to joy and hashtag Lang Lang ode to joy, and I will share as many of your joyful videos as I can. I know this has been a hard time for everyone, but I'm hoping that together we can add a little joy into the world as Beethoven would like us to do. 最后一句话再重复一遍。